Now they're starting to run, and away goes White. No support. Tucks it under his arm. Have another bounce, and he does. Morris he just puts the foot on the accelerator. He draws away. What a magnificent run! Can he cap it off with a goal? Yes, he can. One of the goals of the year. The goal of the year.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Pears on a Pod. We're back for Season 2, 2023, and I've got a brand new co-host with me this year. His name is Matty White. Matty, welcome. The official co-host for 2023.
I don't think I've ever done this in my life, but thanks for having me, mate. Pleasure to be here.
Just a couple of peace symbols.
Sorry, who are you?
Sorry, before we go forth, I thought we'd introduced our first special guest for the year. Unfortunately, we couldn't get who we wanted, but we have scraped the bottom of the barrel, to be honest, and it cost us nothing. Jack Hudson, welcome back.
I can't believe I've been relegated. The feud's really taken a turn, and maybe we'll just put the host spot on the line next week, Whitey, when Ant and I travel to Melbourne and we actually finally do this bloody sprint that I challenged you to.
Well, I'm prepping. I've actually enlisted my neighbour, who you can YouTube her. Yara Redding Dingus. I can't actually say her last name. She's an Olympic bobsledder. And is running in the Stall Gift in a month's time. So I've enlisted her to do some running coaching for me. I've just been warming into it. I'm down a couple of kilos. I'm really looking forward to so this is just a bit itchy. Really looking forward to just having the challenge, you know?
Oh, okay. That is the goal of the year medal. That is terrific.
Goal of the year!
I've also, I've actually got a drink sponsorship as well, for the sprint. Farmers Union Iced Coffee. They've been powering me. I wouldn't say I've lost any weight by any stretch of the imagination, but there's good chance of a chunder post sprint, and it might be just as I'm farewelling Whitey off in the back of an ambo once he's done his strings. So, you do all the training. Bobsledding ain't got it.
Still pretty good. They can still stretch. This is actually really itchy. Put that away. Sorry.
I can't believe you wheeled that out. That's outstanding.
That's the quickest goal of the year I've ever seen. I'm pretty sure. What was his name? Who was chasing you?
Good old Stevie Morris.
I'm pretty sure he's still running down the wing, to be honest.
I think he's still out there, yeah. He's actually still running. He's run back in time. It's now not Etihad or Marvel or whatever it's called. He's running on Telstradome.
Oh, Telstradome.
Colonial.
We're back at Colonial very soon, yeah.
Colonial.
We
got to go back.
Did you chirp him, Whitey? Surely you gave him a bit of smack after that.
No, he was on the phone to me pretty quickly because they won.
Yep.
Sent me a text and saying, if you win a car, you have to take me for a ride.
That's it.
I was like, righto. Damn it.
Did you still win cars for that? Or what do you get? Woolies vouchers and shit now, don't you?
I reckon I must have been the first or second year after they canned it because somebody wrote the car off. It actually used to be a car, and then somebody wrote the car off, and they started giving cash prizes and Woolies vouchers or whatever they're giving away now.
Yeah, you got shafted hard. That's rough.
Yeah, new car would have been nice.
Yep, there you go. Bloody hell.
Professional footballers getting Woolies vouchers.
Very excited for the sprint, though. Just, so it's going to be quite fun, I reckon. And I reckon you'd have no chance against both of us either, Ant. No chance in hell. Big full back. You'd be screwed, mate.
As long as he had a long sleeve jumper, he'd be okay. But
yes. Look, me in a long sleeve is just, it's like extraterrestrial. It's just, you can't catch me. It's just
extraterrestrial.
Extraterrestrial.
The talent that comes from that long sleeve that I wear is, good luck. That's all I have to say. But I'm not doing it. I'm going to let you two sort out your business. I'm just going to sit there and absolutely piss myself laughing when the fact that you're both going off in ambulances and I'm drinking the carton by myself.
I know. I'll still be able to drink a carton. I just won't be able to.
Green whistle in one hand and the tinny in the other. It's not the worst idea in the world.
Green tin. We're in Victoria. Why not drink beer?
That is true. Could be much worse things to drink, so that's good. All right, and what have you got on the agenda for us? Because it's obviously quite different to what we usually do.
Yeah, well, we're obviously, as I said, we scraped the bottom of the barrel to get you as a co-host. So,
Yep.
I thought what we'd do is start with a bit of a catch up with Whitey.
Oh,
So, Whitey, it's a we're very grateful for you to give us your time, and we really appreciate it. And I'm glad you're my co-host this year, not Huddo. I just want to know, how was your off season, mate? What have you been up to? Enjoying the sunshine? Obviously, your Instagram's been flowing with content. What have you been doing?
Oh, I'm not very good at the Instagram content. It's more my wife telling me what to do. But
nice.
No, I had a nice little 4-week layoff from work. Just we have a shutdown, so I decided we'd jump on a plane and went to Thailand, and then went to where did I go? The Maldives or the Maldives, or however you want to say it. Perfect, except the distilled water that you get on the islands of the Maldives didn't quite agree with me. So one night's hangover turned into a day long of feeling very crook.
That's rough.
It was a beautiful place to go. Like, Thailand was nice. It was just a sort of a layover sort of place, but the Maldives are bloody gorgeous. Like, white sand, blue water, had a pool and a slide into the ocean.
Nice.
Turns out that 3 of the pairs of shorts that I took with me wouldn't slide down the water slide. I had one pair of boardies. So
yes.
We walked in there, and I was in a mood because we had no information about our flight, no information about how we get to our resort, no information about what was going on. So I'm full head of steam going on. To our room, they show us around. Beautiful room, beautiful views. Water slide was flowing, and I'm like, do you know what? I'm going in fully closed. I made it halfway down the slide and stopped.
just stuck there.
I'm on a water slide, just sitting there getting wet, but not going anywhere. And I had to scoot myself down like a dog wiping its butt to get down the water slide and into the water. And
yes,
it was a bit of fun, but it was a bloody good trip. And then just been playing golf and footy training, actually. So we've been Coburg Lions, still with them this year. Couple of practice matches in. Got some new players in, got a new big ruckman that I might just start spruiking Cripper and Robbie and telling them to come and have a look at him. He's a big aggressive thing. So
that's good. Need that.
Yeah, so we'll see how we go this year. We've round 1 in a couple of weeks, so I'm looking forward to it.
You were flashing around the cocktails a bit on Insta there, Whitey. What were your picks of choice that you had?
Oh, now we're talking. All right.
Wow,
yes. That's not a UDL.
That's
cheers,
ginger
mate.
Beers.
I've got an LA Ice for some fucking reason, but
wow, that's bad.
I know.
LA Ice. Wow, I can't believe I just saw that. Cocktail wise, we've got a good whiskey collection. So there's a lot of old fashions, whiskey sours, Manhattans have come on in the last couple of months. Do love myself a martini, and you got to do it James Bond style, so you get really messed up. So it's 2 shots of vodka, 2 shots of gin,
Jesus,
little bit of vermouth, shaken, not stirred. And put 1 or 2 olives in there. Don't go too crazy. I've got a real problem actually.
Send into a confessional.
Little confession. Cosmopolitans get a massive run in this house. Wife loves them, so Cosmos a lot. Don't watch Sex and the City, so I don't really get the reference to it. What else have we made? Oh, too many. It was a lockdown thing. It was just something to do in lockdown, and now I've got a cupboard full and a drawer full and storage area full of cocktail mixes. So if you ever want to come and steal anything from my house, you can either steal golf clubs or booze. That's all I've got.
well, that might happen. That might happen. Just start winging around with the golf clubs.
Some people did puzzles. Some people learnt different hobbies, and Whitey decided to make cocktails. Yeah. That was I mean, each their own. I actually thoroughly enjoy that. What's your thoughts on a Long Island iced tea?
If made properly, very good.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Yes.
If made poorly, tastes like proper ass.
Proper ass, opposed to that fake ass taste you get.
There was one in the Maldives that it tasted like rocket fuel. Like I could have been drinking methylated spirits for all I knew, but I was just like, yes, I've made these at home. They're pretty good. And then, I was sitting there looking at the sky spinning, going, hold on, I've had one drink. What the hell just happened?
Yes. See, I know how you feel because I was in Fiji not too long ago and we all got one. It was New Year's Eve. So we thought, we'll get a Long Island iced tea. It's got everything in it. It's going to taste amazing. I have never thought my esophagus could be so clean after one sip. Then in that moment, I'm telling you, literally, I felt everything just clear. And I looked up at the sky and I thought, that sun's not supposed to be there at 9 o'clock at night.
Ooh.
It was dreadful.
Yes.
It was absolutely dreadful. And I paid $26 for it.
That always hurts. The wife was in Fiji. Where did she go? I forget where she went, but she had a drink called a zombie.
Oh.
She said it tasted as bad as a Long Island iced tea can if they do it wrong. And somebody said, don't drink it because it's too strong, it's too potent. And she goes, no, I'm from Australia. I'm fucking Australian. Felt it. I'm glad she's not here to hear this story, actually. And then her friend that she was away with and 2 other people had to carry her from the room that they were in to her bedroom to put her to bed because she'd passed out at the table.
Yes, that's a good cocktail. Just lethal zombie. Mate, just turns you into one. Sensational.
Pretty much.
Did you ever get you start seeing all these boozers together? You just go, I'm going to mix this shit. Like we had a cocktail night here a few months ago now, but some friends and all that sort of shit. I was that pissed that I saw. I think it was Jack Daniels. There was vodka. There was Canadian Club. I had some orange juice, lemonade, and then I put maple syrup in it as well.
Oh yeah.
It was
did you call it a pancake?
I should have had a sip of it. I'm just like, shit, this ain't bad.
Oh,
everyone's looking at me making this thing, going, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Yeah, have a crack at it." They're just like, "What?" They were actually shocked that it was actually half decent. I'm still shocked. But
I kind of want you to make it.
Pardon?
I kind of want you to make it for me now.
I wish I could remember it. I did. Just a whole bunch of random shit. The juice just cancelled out everything, but you felt it after. I'll tell you what.
Oh God. No, we've done that one a few times of trying to make something because we're watching a movie. So there was the old Blues Brothers.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
They're in the club, and John Goodman, whoever it was, keeps asking for an orange whip, which is just vodka, Contro, and cream or something. So all of a sudden we're making those.
Oof.
And then there wasn't that long after we were watching Star Wars, and I'm like, do you know what? I could just turn this into blue milk. It was a poor decision.
Milk was a bad choice.
It was a very bad choice. Trying to turn it blue and then finding some alcohol that goes with milk and like blue cacao or whatever you call it. Yeah. I still drank it, but it just was not nice.
Yikes! Right.
Did you have any like cocktail nights at Port? Like the players get around and make cocktails, or was that just not a thing?
Very precious.
Definitely wasn't a thing. Definitely wasn't a thing. I'd had a few boys around for steak night, but it was always in season.
Steak nights.
You'd have a few boys around for steak night, but nobody was really drinking. Normally it was in season or during the week, and you had training the next day. Pretty soft, really. Like think about it now. Like this glass or two of wine, it's not going to end you. It's not going to turn out bad. Just when you carry on the rest of it and start making cocktails.
Just red wine night before training. You hope it's not bad.
Oh God,
nothing like a bad red. But oh my God, That is great
That's
gear.
very funny.
But you said you're doing footy training, Whitey. How's it going? And doing a bit of coaching. Like we've seen the photos of you in your coach mode, which very funny, knowing that we've spoken to you a few things. I'm trying to imagine what you're saying.
Oh, it's every photo, and I know the photographer quite well. He's a good fella, Dan, and for whatever reason, he always takes photos of me when I'm like talking or angry. That's not me. Like, yes, I can get angry and I can get filthy and I can swear a lot and tell the boys off and everything. But I'm like, I'm a pretty chill, happy guy. Like, stop taking these bad photos of me.
Real mid-70s angry coach style.
Oh, yeah, like so aggressive. But I've taken a very Phil Walsh approach to coaching. Find all the weird stuff you can in the videos and show the boys, and they all think you're crazy. And then you just whack them between the eyes with something, and they're like, holy shit. You're like, yeah, I'm actually smart.
Just to deceive them like
just
that.
Deceive them a little bit.
But you enjoying it? It's good?
Yeah, it's been good. It's been good. We've got a new coach on this year, new senior coach.
Yep.
So he was running all of our planning stuff. So he was working under Bucks at Collingwood for a long time as an analyst and a training planner. And he was doing some stuff with us behind the scenes before our senior coach got a job at Calder Cannons, which is fantastic for him.
Yep.
And then James come on board, and it's been a pretty smooth transition, really. Like new coach within a week of our coach departing, we got him in. We started pre-season 2 days after he was signed as our senior coach, and pre-season's flowed. So didn't knock up any wins through the pre-season matches. We've had 3 games, and had a close game against Casey on Friday night where we saw some really good signs of how we want to play and what we want to do. So hopefully we transfer that into, I think it's the 25th is our first game.
Yep.
We take on the mob that wear our colours and act like their shit don't stink. So we're planning on going out there and beating the crap out of them.
That sounds sensational.
Oh, yes. We're definitely clipping that. That is getting a run. Pears on a Pod is promoting this as the biggest rivalry ever.
Coburg versus Collingwood.
Yeah, that's the morning of it's the morning of the Pies Port game, isn't it? Is it?
Yes. Is that who you're playing? Round 2. Is
that round 2?
Yeah,
it is. The Saturday morning.
I'm just googling it right now.
Yeah,
because the AFL came to us, or the VFL or AFL. It's run by the AFL. They actually asked us to play our game. Senior VFL, so sample level football, wanted us to kick off at 8:30, 9 o'clock, so that the VFL boys from Collingwood could then walk across to the G to watch or be part of the Collingwood game.
And you told them to get stuffed?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Our CEO told them where to shove that, and I think we're still playing an early game. I think it's 11 o'clock or something, but it screws them over a little bit, which is great.
So whereabouts is it, Whitey, again? Where's the game?
That one will be at Victoria Park, the old Collingwood home ground up in Collingwood, funnily enough.
Yeah, there you go. That's probably where it should be. Ant, what are we doing Saturday morning there while we're in Victoria? Probably recovering, but who knows? We could maybe come down and support the boys.
Yes, I'm glad. If that's the case, then absolutely we will, because if it was 8:30, I'm sorry, mate, but we're not coming like that.
I don't think they'll be going either. That'd be Saturday mornings, 8:30 game. I'd have to be there at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, shit. No.
The red wine is still settling by then.
Oh, yeah. It hasn't even hit the sides yet. I can get there at 10, 9:30, 10. That's fine. I'll get the wife to drive me if I need to, just to be safe. But Friday night, I just need a little, Yeah,
Jeez.
100%.
That's real, like, under 8s, under 9s back in the day. You got to be there. You're playing first bounce at 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
That's dreadful.
Except when you're that age, you're rocking up in full kit.
Yep.
Yes.
Boots on. You step out of the car, you walk onto the field, you play, you get your pie or your hot dog, your can of Coke, jump back in the car, fully clothed, covered in mud. Your parents yelling at you to not sit on the cloth seats because you're covered in mud. Get home and get hosed off. Or was that just me?
Yeah, I was never.
Yeah, that's two of us.
I was going to say I was one of the softest footballers of all time. I had a day up the absolute bog site, and I came home with a clean Guernsey.
No, you can't do that. That's not allowed.
Nah, boots were filthy, but the Guernsey was spotless. It was a bit. How you going? Not going to lie.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me in the slightest.
Yeah, prima donna forward.
Oh, it sounds about right.
Yep.
Yeah, that's Huddo. Well, speaking of Collingwood and speaking of something that got announced during the week, the prison bars are back. Our special guest Huddo was wearing them. Good of you to hit the memo because Whitey and I haven't, but that's okay.
Wait.
Oh, hang on.
And if you ruin the memo. Yes!
And just for those playing along at home, it's not dirty.
It's signed.
It's actually signed by all 22 blokes. And I think Kenny should be on there somewhere as well from that first.
That's outstanding.
So a few of the boys wore this to the Maggie's grand final that year because they made the grand final, but I left this one at home and wore something else because I had it signed. It was my first ever final.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
Obviously, I only played half the game and everything, but I still thought to commemorate it. First time wearing the prison bar against Richmond, which was even funnier and weirder. And then I thought, nah, stuff it. I'll get it signed. So that's one of a couple of jumpers that I'll have signed. I actually found my Magpies grand final jumper in there as well just before, so I didn't know that I'd stolen
that. Stolen.
Hopefully the property guys don't come chasing me for it. It was only, 6 years ago or something?
I put it in the museum or something like that. Just come hunt you down.
Whitey in the museum.
There you go. But Whitey, what was it like to sort of like pull it on like after coming across to the club to wear it? What was it like? Especially it was just because Richmond were wearing their bloody
yellow
flash.
Yeah. Not knowing any of the history really about Port and coming over and getting a quick rundown of what it was a pretty special moment to know that we were a lot of people behind the scenes campaigning for us to wear it through our time, my time there, and I've only been there 12 months. It was a pretty special feeling. Like the guys that had been there for like the Bokies and that, Ebo especially, just this big feel about it. Just I don't know, put it on a Port jumper and put it on any AFL jumper, you feel pretty special. But I don't know, there was something about that, and especially that day, which probably made it a bit more special. But yeah, it was just, I don't know how to explain it. It was a good feeling. It's probably the best way to explain it.
It's a hell of a day.
You kept it as well.
Kicked a snag in it too, just a high scooping sort of floater that just landed in there.
That was my specialty. I was bloody good at a floater.
Oh.
Go back and watch Goal of the Year. The ball did not spin properly.
No, it did
actually,
not.
Yes, it didn't. It went like backwards.
It did.
Weird.
Yeah. So
and somehow still rolled through.
Specialty kicking coach at Coburg. I've been teaching the boys the art of that kick. So it's all about speed and momentum through the footy. And as long as you kick it hard enough with speed, it'll go straight. So you don't need to worry about ball spinning. You don't have to worry about your forwards with their fingers. Just kick it at them hard and hope for the best.
How many times have wheeled out the Goal of the Year sort of spiel to them?
None of the Goal of the Year. Brought up a couple of times.
Jumper pull.
Mainly by the other coaches. I'm trying to think of which it's not one of my go-tos. Is like, here's my Goal of the Year, go watch this. But we had a close loss last year and forwards weren't kicking goals. So we must have kicked like 3 or 4 goals, 15 or 16.
Oh, yuck.
And I only got beaten by a few points. So it was the boys are pretty hurt. And we're like, we could have done a proper review and I had edits and done some work on it and thought to myself, when I'm going through it, all the clips I had were all sort of really negative clips. It's nothing that the boys are already down. So I had it set up that I found a highlights package on YouTube of myself, which every highlight was me kicking a goal.
Oh, that's outstanding.
So what I did is I started off with one or two edits, and we had a chat about the game and everything, and then I just clipped over the screen and was about to hit play when the senior coach, the CEO, somebody else high up all walked in on my forward line meeting. I was like, oh, no, I can't show this video. And then I just went, oh, do you know what? The boys are flat. Screw it. So I hit play. Half the rest of the team walked in, and it's just a highlights package of me up on the big screen. I'm just talking the boys through how to kick snaps and how to kick goals on the run.
Oh, my God.
Felt a little bit silly at the time, but it was bloody good. It got everyone up and about, and sometimes you need that. The boys are in we had a fitness center around the corner from here. We've got infrared saunas. So some of the young boys are going through and they were looking for their own highlights packages from coming through Teal Cup and Vic Metro stuff and all of that. And they started going on about they couldn't find highlights of me. So I got my phone out and typed my name into Google and went, there you go, they're all here, buddy. So, yeah.
Yes.
It's a good comeback when they try and stand over you and then you just whack.
To put them in their place.
Absolutely.
Here's the link. Oh, the weirdest brag ever is just to send someone a link.
Just get the QR code tattooed on your leg one.
Underneath the plane.
Who is that has that on their foot?
Oh.
Isn't it a West Coast player that's got something on his foot?
I think it's Dom Sheed, isn't it? Oh, no, Nathan Vardy got the Dom Sheed. Got his goal, I think. I think it's Nathan Vardy.
Oh, yes.
Right. I should. People. That won't happen.
Bloody Ruckman, I tell you what. Can't trust him.
Hey, no, you can't. And the funny thing is that when you're a ruckman, and I have personal experience, one centre bounce, is you don't expect the blunt force trauma to come from a knee, and it hurts. And when it hits your kneecap, it goes straight to your head. So just give him some.
Give him a little bit of leeway, you reckon?
Nah, they're dumb.
I did find something over the weekend that relating to that I will show you boys next week because I need to dig it out.
Hello.
Yeah, of my rucking craft, there is evidence of it, and it's frightening.
I'll get you down as ruck coach.
No.
Yes, I'm in, Whitey. I'm in. Done.
All right, so there's no padding, and my rucks are just going to jump into you.
How big's this bloke?
He's 200 and about 110 kilo.
Ooh, yeah, I don't know about that. What's the insurance like?
Non-existent.
Shit. Okay.
I've heard of them.
Pretty good coverage for non-existent.
I've heard of them. They're not bad. Yeah.
The old non-existent coverage.
Something up with them, Huddo.
Yeah. And what about Big Brother?
This is Big Brother.
Surely, and I don't know, Whitey, I don't think we gave him this segment last year because we introduced it halfway through for shits and giggles.
Yes. I got a message halfway through the year. I don't mind that segment. I'm like, well, why don't we call it Big Brother? And it's basically our guest telling us about their time on footy trips or nights out with the boys. So, Huddo, since you're the special guest, you're not going to be answering this one. It's my co-host, Matty White. Whitey, tell us a bit about Big Brother. Tell us about your footy trips and stuff like that with your time at Port. Was there any special memories you had?
We didn't have too many big footy trips. We had a couple of golf trips. Couple of golf trips. So we went down to Barnbougle 2 years in a row. So Jay Schultz and myself, and then we got a crew of about 14 of us down there. Probably wasn't the best Big Brother because I was so focused on playing golf and getting pissed that I didn't really look after anybody else. I think Jay would have looked after me a fair bit. I think I roomed with him.
Yep.
So he would drag me around by the ear like he used to. I can't remember anybody really playing up or anything because when I got to Port, it was after the J-Mac stuff. So everything went a bit quiet and it was just, I reckon I probably was the drunkest person there.
Sensational.
Wake up, walk to the golf tea, beer, crack, off you go.
Nice.
Finish up at some ungodly hour. Jay, I guess there was. I was going to bring this up when we got Big Lobes on here, if we can.
I do have an update on that. He has messaged, and we will sort out a time. It's either Tuesday or Wednesday next week. Big Lobes is keen.
Excellent.
Oh, exclusive.
We must have been after the Mags Grand Final. We sort of Lobes and I went to a pub. We went to a few pubs. And the last one was out the back of Adelaide Oval. I've forgotten the name of it. It's quite fancy. It's got a nice little beer garden out the back. They do pizzas and like one street away heading towards North Adelaide.
The Cathedral?
Might have been the Cathedral. Wasn't on the corner. It was like a little... I can't remember what it was called. But we got in there and they had all these craft beer. So Lobes and I was just like, well, we're here. We might as well just try and drink all the craft beer. So off we go. We set up for the afternoon. I'm downing a beer. Lobes, you need another one? Down the beer. Lobes, you need another one? Artsy comes in and goes, how long have you guys been here for? I said, I think we got here about like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock or something. Like 8 o'clock at night. He goes, you sure? Because Lobes looks like he's been here for about 2 weeks and you look like you've been here for 10 minutes. Wow. All right.
Oh, no.
How much? 16 or 17. I can't remember which year, but yeah, poor Lobes. I drank him under the table.
Oh, dear.
He's a ruckman too. You shouldn't be doing that to a ruckman.
No.
There's a long wait from the top to the bottom.
That's a Sunbury boy in me.
Yep.
That's funny.
Well, we will ask him this as well because we're curious. Whitey, do you know who ran the interesting Matthew Lobey page?
Absolutely not. It annoys the shit out of me that I don't know.
There was quite a few rumours around. It was Kane Mitchell.
We all thought that. Kane denied constantly. The only person that it could have been was him because they were borderline inseparable. So everything they did together was like what went up. So maybe it was Ebo, but Ebo doesn't know how to play a practical joke that well. So it definitely wasn't Ebo. So we're like, it has to be him. And he denied constantly.
Right. And that is our mission this season. Who ran the page? Because it came back when he went to Carlton.
Exactly. And I'm thinking, I don't know who was there at the time.
Oh, no, actually, no. It came back when he came back to Port as a coach. I think it came back.
It did it twice, I think. I think it came back for Carlton and it came back for when he came back here, which got me thinking that it has to be someone either still at the club or with a connection. So I don't know. That's our mission, though. This year, we're finding out who interesting Matthew Lobey is because by far, when that was really hot and running, that page generally got people outside of Port Adelaide interested. I had Crow supporters even tagging and being like, this is hilarious. And I was like, it can't be Lobes. So, yeah, let's find out who.
Yeah, I just don't get how they got the information of it was so accurate to the point it was like, we'd asked Lobes, did you actually have Wheat Bix for breakfast? And he was like, yeah. Yeah. Are you running your own page? He's like, I don't have Twitter. I don't know how to.
Oh, that would be a shock. Imagine that.
So maybe it's an inside job of his own.
Inside, I like the conspiracy. And you're going to add some X-Files music here. The conspiracy theory. Right. Yeah, legit. So, okay, we're going to get to the bottom of that. But yeah, so so you're listening to this week, Matty Lobey is our guest for next week, and we're very excited.
Yes. So Whitey and I will be hosting that one, and you unfortunately won't be here. So that's okay. You're the special guest. Let's talk about round one. Obviously, it's a big week in general. It's one of our biggest weeks on the AFL calendar, the start of the year. Whitey, I wanted to ask, what was it like in the build-up of round one at Port? Every year, I think the time that you were at Port Adelaide, we only lost a round one game once, and it was against Fremantle over there. How much emphasis was put on round one is huge. Let's go out and win.
Yeah, it's always a big thing just because of the fact it sort of leaps you into the year. Like, you get a good win and you sort of piggyback off that over the next couple of weeks. No, it doesn't matter who you're coming up against. But, yeah, there's a lot of pressure on the players to play in round one. There's a lot of pressure to perform. And it's just the build-up of 4 months of being flogged out on the track, pre-season, 3 sessions a week, in the gym, and you just want to go out and actually, for me, it was you want to go out and hit someone and not be a teammate and show off a bit in front of a proper crowd. And it was always one of those ones. It was sort of like a mini final, you could almost say. It was massive build up. You get there and then you just let everything go, and whatever happens, happens. And you always just want to come out on top because, as I said, it just springboards into the year. Whereas if you lose that first game, you sort of feel like you're on the back foot straight away and you're chasing your tail for the next 2 weeks or 3 weeks if you can't get that win straight away.
I think it was, 2015 we started 0-2 and we lost 3-0 and then we got pumped by Sydney.
Sydney at home because Koshi was ushering in excess off the field as the ball was being bounced.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
They just stood out there. What was the other game where they had Jared Pollock was telling the security around the centre square to get off the ground, and they just stood there.
I reckon that would
have been 2016.
That's pretty funny.
Was it against Hawthorn?
Oh,
the Thursday night game?
I think you're right.
That would be very true if that was right.
I think we lost because it was do or die, and then we've just seen Jared Pollock ushering off the security off the ground because they didn't know that Never Tear Us Apart was playing.
That's right. Yeah, that sounds about right. Shocking.
I reckon it was the Thursday night
Shocking.
game.
Weird.
Oh, yeah, but the security at Adelaide Oval aren't, the brightest bunch.
Not the brightest.
I've seen them field in cricket. It's not. That's why they're sitting there collecting beach balls. And I've seen a couple muddle up those beach balls. So
that Swans game, that round 2 game, it was the first time I took Mrs. Huddo to a game, and I got that pissed off with the game that I snapped my flag. Snapped it in 2, and that was it. Done.
Wow.
Haven't brought a flag back to a game since.
I think we copped a massive spray for that game. Yeah, we did.
Probably warranted.
That was because Buddy had a day out. I think he had a day out, but he ran through Boki and nobody remonstrated with Buddy.
Yeah.
So that was the sticking point. Like, Kenny would have had us, if he could have, he would have had us all by the throat up against a wall. Protect Boki at all cost. Don't let Buddy kill Boki. Sorry, Ken. Sorry.
Are you sure that wasn't Ant saying that, or?
I reckon the call came from Ant to Kenny. Right, because his love child was getting beaten up by Buddy.
Whitey, we're watching the pre-season game together, the Eagles, and then when McGovern went through him, I have never seen a heartbreak happen so quickly. He's on my lounge room floor, just absolutely corpse. It's like, fuck this, Huddo, I'm done. This game, don't care anymore.
So you got Boki on the ground being poleaxed.
Yeah.
And you've just given up on him.
Yeah, they've just given up on the whole team.
Boki's already up and walking off the ground. You're still doing the tantrum on the ground. Like, that's not fair.
Yeah.
Look, in my defense, I was plotting my ploy to remonstrate with McGovern.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out the best way possible to get that big slop of a man away from football in general. To make sure that he never saw a football field again. And unfortunately, that plan hasn't come into place yet. But Boki's okay, I'm okay, and life is good. That's all I have to say.
Thing is, Whitey, we're looking at flights the same night for our trip to Melbourne next week, and Ant's on Flight Centre looking at Adelaide to Perth on the next flight.
Just
like, what are you doing, mate?
Calls like, where does he live? That's it. I'm going to training on Thursday. I'm going to find him.
I've got this crowbar. I'm going to take his legs.
Yes. I'm gonna. Yeah, look, they won't cheat. Not going to lie, those flights. So I'll let you know how I go.
Yep.
But
keep us updated throughout the year.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
100 yards, Jeremy McGovern.
Jeremy McGovern, if he's missing a certain week to the general soreness, you know what?
Yep.
I so hope that happens. Imagine just the week before Thursday night out McGovern, general soreness. I'll be like, hold on a sec. Just go back to this podcast, guys, and just double check what happened to him.
This is gonna end up in a court case.
Yeah.
Evidence.
Yeah. Huddo, do you want to represent me?
No. Just letting you fall on your sword, brother.
You never go back to Perth. You never have to go to court, so you'll be fine.
Oi! Yes.
There it is.
Don't hold me to that. I am no lawyer or have any experience in law whatsoever.
It's like the castle. Bloody oath. And what the hell is next on your sheet of whatever you got there?
I've got obscure port player.
Oh, shit. Okay.
And then we'll get into some predictions for the year. We can have one bold prediction each, and we can come back and revisit it. But before we do that, we get into obscure port players. And I thought Whitey had such a good one before the show. Like he was like, boys, I've got to present this. So Whitey, why don't you go first, mate?
Oh, thanks, mate. I don't know if you know him, Matthew Loby.
I've heard he's an interesting character.
Jeez, you've just thrown me under.
That is a good bus. That's a good bus.
He's just like, hey, come co-host. We're going to get rid of Huddo. We finally got rid of him. And then he just goes whack.
That's what he does. He just 2-foots you.
I'm like Chuck Norris. I'm a lone wolf. I walk alone.
Yep. Dog.
Yeah.
Who have I got there? Who have I got?
I don't mind the Loby one. Loby almost comes into it because it's been,
6 years, because he left the same as me.
Throw a bloke in obscure port players and have him as a guest next week.
Next week, Matthew Levy. No, I'm out. I'm out. I'm done.
Out?
I've got nothing.
Oh, jeez.
I'm trying to think, and I've gone blank. I've been thrown. All I can think of is Matthew Loby and his big red head.
I love it. I love it. I'm confident. No, I'll accept that. That's very well done. That's why you were pumping up so much before. So thank you. I appreciate that, and I appreciate you.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Huddo, you're the special guest. What have you got?
We've got Logan Austin.
Oh, interesting. Trying to get him to Sposs, apparently.
Are you?
I've heard, but he won't come.
Oh, okay. Just put that to the general public so his price goes through the roof. Do you know how recruiting in local football works?
Attraction. That's what I'm trying to do.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway,
has he even moved back over to SA? I thought he was based over here running a fitness thing with some of the St Kilda boys.
Yeah, you're screwed, Ant. No chance.
He is.
So he's going to go from running a fitness group with a bunch of St Kilda boys to playing football under your captaincy.
Yes.
Yeah, that's awkward.
Yeah, that's shithouse. Logan played 13 games for Port Adelaide. What was he like, Whitey? Played there while you were there?
He's one of the good ones. So him, Dougal Howard, and Jesse Palmer. There you go. There's an obscure one. Jesse Palmer.
Oh,
yeah.
Old Chook Palmer. They were the little motley crew. So good fella. Very good fella. Bit stiff, really, with how he ended up with Port at the time. I thought he was coming along quite strongly, and then obviously off to St Kilda, and then Dukes went and shacked up at his house again, and then kicked him out of the back line, and poor old Dukes just sitting on the sideline just doing some fitness.
Dukes rocks up. Hey, mate, can I stay at yours? Yeah. Can I stay in your position? Yeah, sure. Just absolutely.
See you, mate.
That's brutal. And who have you got?
I posted a picture of him, and it was one of the rarest finds. Not only was he wearing the Lightning Bolt Guernsey, but he wears the number 9. The old, was Robbie Grace, now Zach Butters. James Izard.
I saw that the other day.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ex Calder Cannons teammate of mine, Jimmy Izard.
Oh, shit, really?
Obscure story time.
Yeah. So what? He was top age. I was underage. I played 2 or 3 games as a 16-year-old under 18s with Jimmy Essard.
There you go.
That's sensational.
And well done. Fair play.
Thank you.
Mate.
Yeah, I'll really bring the connections to this podcast.
That's why you got me here. Just tie everyone together.
He's been holding on to that bit of information for ages. He's just acting shocked. Oh yeah, I know that Jimmy Essard, Matty White played together. I knew the whole time.
There you go.
I love a connection like that. That's just amazing. That's made this podcast, to be honest. All right, let's do one final thing before we close up for the first episode. We're going to do some bold predictions for the year.
Oh, yep.
And we're going to see what they look like, obviously, at the end. So we'll start with you, Huddo. What is your bold prediction? This can be anything. It could be the podcast, sport, life, you name it.
Oh, God. Okay. Well, I'll go podcast. We will find interesting Matthew Lobey. That is my prediction. We will find who it is.
I like it.
After some good detective work, we will find it.
I like that.
I'll also go a port-based one. I'll say Kane Farrell to finish in the top 6 of the best and fairest.
Oh,
I like it. I like
off
that.
half back.
A lot. I like that a lot. Whitey?
Port to finish in the top 8.
Ooh.
They'll get their first game will be a home final.
Oh.
The first, and they'll win it by 6 goals.
Oh.
I don't know if it'll be an elimination or a qualifying, but they'll get it. First final will be a home final.
I'm going to play Geelong again and lose in the prelims, for fuck's sake.
They won't be allowed to. The stadium's faulty, so they won't be allowed to play down there because the stand could come down at any moment. Inside word from a construction guy.
Oh, God. Right.
You're pulling the pin.
They've got some shonky metal work out there, so they're in a bit of bother, old Geelong.
Oh, shit. Okay. Unskilled stadium.
Podcast-wise, prediction is Huddo leaves by the end of the year. I beat him in the sprint. Ridicule him every week. The feud escalates. We get matching jumpers and we get like Christmas sweaters. We wear something and we exclude Huddo.
Oh, you don't know how much I'm all for that.
Wow. Fuck it. Do it now. I'm gone.
Oh, I love that.
Oh,
holy shit! That's
good. Got me good. That's tickled me.
That's very good. That's very good. All right, I'll do mine. Port Adelaide wise, I think that Travis Boak will lead our goal kicking.
Ooh.
I saw him playing full forward in the internal. Didn't get an opportunity in the other practice games because of certain Jeremy McGovern. No, he's kicking 60, you dick.
I was going to say, like, what happened to Toddy Marshall and Charlie Dixon?
I hope Trav's goals are on the run.
Doesn't miss often on his left.
Doesn't miss often on his left.
If you watch his goals back from when I started with him, he always kicks a snap on his left. If he snaps it on his right, he misses.
Right. I'm going to go break his right leg.
And I'll break you.
Fair enough.
And McGovern.
I've got a list.
And checking it twice.
Yep. I'm like the scene from Billy Madison where he's ticking off the list one at a time. God. That's me at the moment.
Will you put lipstick on whilst doing it? Got him.
Yes.
Yes, he does.
Yes, I will. Yes. Teal lipstick.
Oh.
Yes.
And then for podcast wise, I think I'm going to go huge here. We break into the top 5 on the charts.
What? Jesus. Right.
Yeah.
Is this after I leave, I assume?
Yes, that's exactly what I was going to. Matty and I are going top 5 in the charts. Pears on a Pod. It's going to be massive.
That's absurd.
It might be the episode, like the episode that we finally get rid of you. Is breaks us in.
Whitey, you just wait. Once Trav comes on the pod, you're going to be pushed to the side. That's it. Game over.
I'll just be told, oh, sorry, we're not doing it. And then I'll jump on it, go and have a look, and all of a sudden there's Travis spoke, and I'm just not there.
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
Ant's got like candle lit room and everything like that.
I'd end up getting a really nice letter from Boki because he's just that kind of guy. He's that nice. He'd be like, yeah, sorry, man. Don't mean to like cut your lunch, brother, but wish you all the best. Signed, Travis Spoke.
Got you like a signed Guernsey. Oh, that's piss funny. We saw him best and fairest night, Whitey. Cops had to escort Ant away because he was within because he was within 100 feet.
That's very funny.
The ATO is still out after you for that one.
Yes. Well, my name wasn't Anthony that night. It was Andrew, so they didn't know where I was. Good. But yeah, I love that. That's sensational. Well done, lads. That was very good. Good for the year. I hope they all come true, especially the one about folk. So I will just say one final word before we sign off. Huddo, you got anything to say as a special guest?
Thanks for having me, boys. Appreciate it. And hopefully you have me back next week with Lobes because I've got some good stories for good Lobes, which will be very fun.
We might consider it depending on the budget. Whitey, I will say it's an absolute pleasure to have you as a co-host tonight. It's been awesome, and we'll have you back anytime. You are an absolute star.
And thank you very much for having me as a co-host tonight. We look forward to really getting rid of Huddo by the end of the year. I look forward to our sprint. Just remember, I will be wearing my medals, probably my goal of the year boots, and probably the Gillette sprint skins if I can find them.
Oh my God, I hope so.
The Gillette.
Hold on, let's actually lock this in. When are we doing this? Because Ant are in Melbourne from Thursday through to Sunday. Let's lock it in.
I'll have round 1 Saturday.
Yep, we're out.
Potentially do something at Sunday lunchtime.
Ooh.
Oh, I love that.
Oh, that could work.
Perfect.
That could work.
We have a late flight, Hudson.
We do have a late flight. That's because I booked it, and you had no input on that.
Well played. Well played.
That's because I'm in Perth.
Hunting down the gov.
Oh, they're not playing in Melbourne that week, are they?
Oh.
I'm just going
yes, they are. They're playing on the Saturday. No, wait, no, they're not. They're playing.
No, they're playing Sunday. They're playing Sunday. They're playing Sunday, aren't they?
No, playing in Perth at home, I think.
No, they're playing
round 1.
Giants.
They're here for round 1.
Yeah, against North Melbourne, which is enough pain in itself for them, so it's okay.
Oh dear. Whack.
Wow. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, everyone, and listening on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. We'll see you for next week. As it is, the guest is Matthew Loeb. We're going to find out why he's actually interesting. And thank you very much for joining us.